everybody. Welcome back to the She Ascends Circle Lounge. This is Danielle Calhoun with Behati Heart. Kay Ray is busy today, so she will join us in a couple of weeks. And today we are continuing our gut health segment in our Women's Health series. So today we're talking about practical wellness and simple ways to support gut health. So Behati, what's one wellness habit that genuinely improved how you feel physically or emotionally?
Drinking water, honestly. I know we talked about that in previous segments, but
Yes.
drinking more water. Water in all of its health attributes and cleansing out toxins and replenishing us and keeping the collagen going, and
Yes.
just making sure we're just hydrated. Like, I try to be really mindful about the amount of water. I don't follow all the guidelines. I drink a gallon of water because even those are being debunked scientifically. But I try to reach for that instead of the other things that I have access to. Or else
Yeah.
I'll have water. I always have water first thing in the morning before I put anything else in my body. Probably 2 glasses, sometimes 2 big like mason jars. And
Okay.
then I'll indulge, right? Like a small cup of
Yeah.
coffee or some tea or whatever. And
Yeah.
then I don't drink a lot of soda anymore or pop because I'm from Chicago.
Yeah, I'm Ohio. We
Um,
call it pop.
yeah, I don't drink a lot of pop.
Yeah.
But if I do, I'm reaching for Dr. Pepper, baby.
Yeah. I haven't drunk a lot of pop, or soda, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah,
in a while,
yeah.
in a while. So, but yeah, that I agree with you. Like trying to be more mindful of the water, and I
Mm-hmm.
mean, there's been a little bit of positives with like with me having my mom here because she has to make sure that she's drinking water because of having chronic kidney disease. And so
Yeah.
I keep water with her. And so I notice that I'm always, filling mine up when I'm filling hers up. And I may not get through it like I need to, but I get through, I do get through it and I'm filling it up. And I keep, like I've been got my glass here and my
That
grandkids,
big chug a lug a
my,
bug. Yep.
my GG Stanley cups. They all had Stanley cups as a family, and I didn't have one,
Yeah.
so they got me one. So that's my cup. And I keep it next to me and drink it. And I've been
Yeah.
more mindful even of drinking it, even with my meals at home, things like that. So yeah, you can't go wrong with drinking your water. That's for sure. So.
No, never. I mean, I have had to train my brain to receive that because water don't always taste delicious.
It doesn't. It doesn't. It
Like,
doesn't. Yeah,
I
I've
don't really
got
want that
my
right now.
yeah, I've got a friend that just doesn't. She doesn't like it, and she is conscious of what she's eating now because she's
Mm-hmm.
made a major lifestyle change. She recently has lost like 75 pounds, and you met her.
Ah,
Yeah, you met her, and
yeah,
and
yeah.
so yeah, and so she. I mean, and she looks really good, and she's like, we're inside. She said she's never worn before and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And she had assistance initially, but now she's keeping it off on her own. But she does not like water. So she will find like something else, an
Like a
alternative.
flavoring. There's so many flavor things you can dash into your
Yeah, she'll
water.
she'll put like yeah, she'll have something like that if she's got
I'll
a
slice a
regular water.
lemon or
And I
orange
know
into my
she likes
water.
she does some of the some of the carbonated ones like with lime or
Mm-hmm.
something like that. So I mean, I
Yeah.
guess it's better than no, she does still have sodas at times, but she doesn't have it all day or anything like that. I
Yeah.
guess you got to have your one little vice or something. So,
Right.
but
No, I
she's not.
always have water with everything.
Yeah,
And
she's
then
not
a
had
glass of
sugar
wine on
for
the
a
side.
while. Yeah, but she has cut her sugar out. I mean, like she does
Good.
not have sugar at all. If you have your diet soda,
Yeah.
then I guess
You'd be
that.
surprised how many people don't drink water on a regular. Like, don't
Oh, I
drink it
know.
as a ritual
Or at all.
for their health. Like,
Right. Exactly.
your urine
Exactly.
okay?
Yeah. 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 And I mean, we touched a little bit, in the previous sessions about food and nourishment, and so just to touch a little bit on food and nourishment, we're more nourishment, not perfection, because
Yeah.
it is what it is. And I mean, food can either support inflammation, or it can also support healing. I know that I was the first time I ever heard the term, and this was, I don't, this is many years ago, and it was a chiropractor that told me about it, because I always dealt with some sort of, inflammatory issues in my body, that was pain. And he recommended an anti-inflammatory diet. Now, back then, I'm like, what the heck are you talking about, first of all? And I'm looking up, and they're saying, well, grass-fed things instead of grain. It was so hard to try to do that, and I couldn't wrap my brain around it. Did I ever do it? No. I'm seeing more things now about anti-inflammatory eating, and so, I'm saying that at some point maybe I would try to get back to that and see if it helps with anything, because I have the arthritis and things like that. But yeah, apparently that's a thing, and so
especially if you have a gut issue, or you are aging and inflammation is an issue when you're aging, because it is. Kids.
Yeah. Hello. So yeah.
Yeah. It's funny you say that, because I don't diet per se. Like, I don't follow a restrictive, regimented diet. Yeah. But when I am curious about, like, well, the folks who live long, right? There's this blue zones in how they eat, right? In the Mediterranean, in Asia, and South America. And I'm like, what are they eating though? And so I've done like a audit or an inventory of like, what are they eating compared to what I eat? And I'm happy to say, like, I do eat a lot of the things that they eat. I don't eat them on a regular religiously, or but I do eat a lot of what they eat. Okay. The other thing I've done recently is my daughter had a friend in Nigeria, and he was telling her, like, we pretty much eat the same thing. Like, once we like what we like, we just stick with that. And I'm like, that's actually smart, and it's very cost effective.
That's true. It's true. But me, I'm like, okay, after like 3 days, I'm like, oh, I don't want this anymore.
Yeah. Because I grew up that way. I grew up that way, like eating rice and beans consistently, daily, because that's all we can afford, and some kind of meat. Like, it was either a poultry or a pork, but it was always rice and beans. And I was like, I want to eat everything when I got older. But now I'm like, actually, I'm kind of, in my breakfast is always the same. Lately has been like consistently the same. And I'm like, I think I could do this. I think I can zhuzh down to like 3 or 5 staple dishes and just ride it out to the end.
Okay, I got you.
Pizza will not be coming off that list.
I was gonna say there's some non-negotiables. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep it real. I love me a good pizza, and that
part. Pizza didn't do nothing to nobody.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I mean, I never liked it loaded up with a whole lot of stuff anyway. But I want me some pizza. I mean, that's just
that part. Once a week.
Right.
Throw a little mushroom on there and make it healthy.
That is not. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But again, the inflammation, right? Because the cheese and the bread, and a lot of people have celiac disease and they can't do those things. So I keep all of that front of mind. Like, my eating is becoming more and more mindful as I get older. Yeah. Because I do have age-related conditions.
Yeah. Nope. I hear you. Yeah. So much healing happens through like consistent daily habits. Like we talked about drinking water. So hydration, sleep, movement, managing stress, and like you said, that mindful eating that we just talked about. Do you think people underestimate the power of like basic wellness habits? I think
absolutely.
Think, yeah.
Let me say, not absolute. I'm absolute about Americans, not about everyone else.
Right. I can say like people that maybe I know, or I've been in my whatever. Yeah,
absolute about Americans, because we eat crap. Yeah. We eat crap, and this is no shade. Like, again, go find the receipts, Google it. Like, our diet is terrible. Globally, people are like, what are you doing? Yeah. Why are you eating that? That is not healthy, right? Yeah. What was it? I think it was maybe the state of California. Very progressive. Love Californians.
Yeah, they are.
They have cut out, and I think it was like San Francisco. They've cut out some of the bad foods being like readily available in the supermarkets or somewhere. Okay. Don't quote me on it, but Google it for me. But I thought that was so brave. I was like, wow, okay, we're doing it. Because in Europe, they
Yeah,
do it,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know? And then I remember reading an article a long time ago about the student diet and how sometimes they'll run to the liquor store or the, like the little corner store and they're just grabbing, what is it, the tea, the Arizona tea and hot Cheetos, and that
Oh
is
no.
their diet. And I was like, that's terrible.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
that's
yeah,
awful. But that's what they
yeah,
do. So yeah, American diets
yeah,
trash.
yeah, yeah. No, that, yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. But here's the gag about that too. Like, I have a daughter who's strong vegan. Like, she reads the labels. There's a
Hmm.
drop or an ounce or it came in proximity, she will not eat it.
Yeah,
And she has taught me about how bad we eat and how much ingredients matter about
yeah,
what's going into our bodies, into these products to make them, have good shelf life.
yeah.
But also just how expensive it is to eat healthy. Like,
It
it's
is.
unfair.
It
It's
is.
so
I think
unfair.
that's been one of the issues and
Hmm.
one of the struggles. Because, like in the past, I would like, okay, maybe I want to take off a few pounds, so I'll do something. I was a big advocate for doing like the low carb thing.
Hmm.
But yeah, just, and now, with the economy and things being so expensive, like you can't buy anything.
No.
Everything is so expensive.
Like,
And
why
it's like,
is a mango $5?
right, right. Like, why is fruit and, fruits and vegetables so much?
Yeah.
And so that makes it hard. If you can't, if you're, on a shoestring budget, you
Mm.
got to get what you can get, and you have to get what's
Right.
going to stretch farther.
Right.
And
And most of
yeah,
the times coming from that environment growing up, it was like the stuff that really wasn't healthy or
right,
it tasted like crap, but we had to
yeah,
eat, right?
right, right, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's sad. It's sad. And it kind of brings me to my next point. Wellness, it should feel supportive and,
Mm-hmm.
not overwhelming. And like you
Mm-hmm.
said, looking at these prices and things, it's overwhelming. And you're like, oh, forget it. Just I'm gonna get this because this can last for so long, or I can
Yeah.
feed more people when I get this versus just getting this.
Right.
And I mean, you don't have to become perfect overnight to be healthier, but just making even little small changes will
Yeah.
will, will make a big difference. What advice would you give someone who maybe feels overwhelmed trying to improve their health? Since you're making your changes in your journey.
Yeah. I think just researching how other cultures eat was really, really helpful for me. Because again, I've had the luxury of traveling abroad, but
Yeah.
also meeting people from other cultures, and I love food. So yes, bring it on. I want to know what you eat and how you eat it. But you'll find that there is a simplicity in how they eat because they do stretch, because they have big families and big communities, and they do know how to stretch. And I think
Yeah.
where we're heading at currently as a society in our country is that is something that we should probably be leaning into and getting curious
Yeah.
about and looking towards because I mean gas is up to $6, $7 in some spaces right
Oh
now.
my gosh.
And
Yeah.
I count my blessings every day, girl. Like, I'm glad I can afford to fill up my car. But if I had to choose between groceries and feeding my kids and going to work and getting gas, like, somebody's riding a bike.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And so when I think about, like, gas is up to a grocery bill right now, how do you stretch food? How do you make
Yeah.
a thing last? Like rice and beans, like I said earlier. Just learning how these other cultures who come here and migrate here to our country feed and make enough abundance of food and get into the leftovers. Like we can have a whole
Yeah.
conversation about leftovers because there ain't nothing wrong with that. But learning how to maximize what you have or
Yeah.
learning how other cultures do it and maximize that, I think is something that will bring us value as we head into what we know is coming, which is a recession.
Yeah. 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 No, I agree. 100%. I agree. So, I mean, consistency creates transformation more than intensity. And I guess I just want to say that, again, small steps matter.
Yeah.
Small shifts create long-term healing. It's, yes, it is a challenge with what we're dealing with the economy and things being so expensive. But, just I want to say to viewers, do what you can. And
Yeah.
you take those items that you're able to afford and you're able to stretch, but just make a little more mindful choices with them. If it's like, this is a little better than this, then I'll get
Right.
this one, and do what you can. But again, it's been another great episode. We will be here next week for our final part 4 of our gut health series. And whatever is good for your soul, do that.
Yeah.